What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey.
I'm your host, Chris.
Got that one right this time. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching your favorite show, Get a Bucket. How's everything with you, bro?
My dog, what's going on, man?
Not much, same old, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time, good weather, good time for hoops. Good time to get a bucket. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
So
Always.
on the court and off the court.
You got that right.
So, we're not going to hem and haw, ladies and gentlemen. Time to get right on into it.
4 quarters. Let's do it.
All right, bet. Yeah, he created this one, so let's go ahead and get on into it, shall we?
So this topic has been talked about, but we gonna give our own little twist to it. Which fan base, and I mean fan base, is the most entitled?
I mean, happy start to the quarter for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, daggone, he really got right on into it. I appreciate that. You say the most entitled.
Yes.
So we got to start off with what does entitled actually mean, right? What we looked up
Mm-hmm.
is believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. So,
Interesting.
you know what I'm saying? That's a nice little word of the day. So, with that being said, since you asked the question, who you got?
The USC football. USC football. And ain't no bashing, and ain't no bashing at all. Y'all had Hall of Fame players. Y'all had good teams.
How do we're entitled? What?
Yes, y'all are entitled.
I've said on this show before, bro. I I always feel like we start off strong and then mess up somehow, some way. I don't think that come off as entitled.
To me, it does.
That's crazy. Okay, so how do you feel like we're entitled?
Because no. Because y'all was the top of the game for the past like 20 years. 20 years.
Right.
From Matt Liner, Carson Palmer, I can go on and on and on.
Right.
On and on and on. But y'all had one title. One title. One title since the turn of the 21st century. You telling me that it's not championship or bust for USC football?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Are you kidding me?
And that's why I'm trying to figure out where the entitlement piece came from. Like, even when we got Caleb Williams, it was a good story. It was cool. I didn't believe in us winning the championship. I wanted us to get to the playoffs. I thought we 1 year could have gotten to the playoffs, but we again lost at the end. And that's what I feel like we do a lot, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like as a USC fan, I wouldn't have put that as mine. But you said that's yours. I feel like that was a jab. It's cool though.
It wasn't a jab.
It felt like
wasn't
a
a
jab.
jab.
But you know what? I'm gonna say the Ravens fans because they just annoying as hell. That's right. I'm going there. No. My actual answer, because it's a recency thing for me. Warriors and Chiefs. Y'all been winning. I can't deny that. But it's been recently. Like, let's not act like y'all got a gang of championships. Like, the bulk of the Warriors came after 2015. The bulk of the Chiefs. When did Patty start? When did Patty win his first one? Like, it was late 2010s. Like, that's when y'all started becoming really relevant. Because before that, respectfully, good, okay teams, competitive, ain't win nothing. So, in terms of entitled for right now, I would say them. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to put a winner for all time, it might have to be a team like the Cowboys. Because Cowboys fans do feel like they deserve a championship on their roster now, that it is fair based on talent. You ain't done much in the playoffs either. So I might say them, but I have heard Laker fans as well too. So, there's a couple of entitled fan bases out there. But yeah, USC Trojans, that's not one I was That's not one I was thinking about. That's filthy. Okay, nah, we gon' Okay, yeah. See, the quarter just ended because yeah, nah, I don't like you no more. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're gonna do is take a quick hiatus. He may or may not be back for the rest of the show. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, look, bruh, don't get it twisted. Like you had the best coach in
Ye-
college football
ye-
for a minute, and you tell me you only got one title out
that
of
that
it,
that's that's
and
that's
your
a
fan
that's a
base
that
is
has
not pissed. I would be.
okay. All right.
I
Well,
would be.
we gotta go pay some bills. We'll come right back after a moment from our sponsors. You son of a. Swanky's Construction serves as the general contractor in the metropolitan DC area. We're a team of certified professionals who tackle everything from complex large projects to smaller scale jobs. Fueled by our commitment to excellence, we go the extra mile to make sure clients are completely satisfied with our work. Swanky's Construction takes pride in ensuring our clients' home improvement needs are met with efficiency, precision, and perfection. Call us today. You're only seconds away from a consultation or in-person walkthrough.
So yeah, so these three draft classes has been talked about in water talks, at barber shops, family functions, churches, well after churches, all that. My brother, which one would like to play against? 90, 84, 96, or 03? And why?
I feel like you already got your answer, don't you?
I definitely do got mine.
All right. I mean, you can't kind of just spring this on somebody and then expect them to go. I don't think. I don't know if that's fair. Um, I think off. All right, so I just gotta say, off of emotion, I might say 96, right? Just because of Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Kobe fan. Play against Kobe, that'd be cool. Uh, Shout out to AI and them. You know what I'm saying? Steve Nash was there. I get to see what the hype was about. But emotionally, I might say Kobe, but I need to think about that for a quick moment. Who you running with? That's filthy work. This is tough.
I'm the
Against two? Oh
uh,
my
the
God.
same, but it's a homer for me. Playing against AI would be a good a a good fight. Cause long story short, I used to ball with AI when he was down in Williamsburg playing at pickup. So it was a
You he used to hoop.
yeah hoop against and hoop with AI. Yeah,
You got a bucket on him?
sure it is.
My guy. Did he make you fall? He step above you?
My man's made a fall.
Ma- Someone made AI fall?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tough. Okay. So the so because you've played against AI, like that would be the reason why you would want to play
Yes,
against that draft
absolutely,
class? Okay.
absolutely.
I want to look at it from this standpoint because I had a quick moment to think about this, ladies and gentlemen, right? To play against, yeah, it's tough. Like, 'cause if I want to play against 84, it would be interesting going up against Jordan and Hakeem.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Sam Perk, Charles Barkley. That I think you know what I'm saying. There's some good players. Um, Not Kevin Durant, Devin Durant. Uh, just a little joke, ladies and gentlemen. But although he was drafted in the second round, but still, I would like to play against those boys though. Braun and them though does kind of seem to have a little allure to it. Cause shout out to Steph Curry for beating Braun. I'm about 6'2", 6'3". I feel like I can do the same thing. Like gave a little inspiration to the young light skinned lad. I ain't mad at him. So like there's a very reason why I might want to play against those boys. Yeah, I think ultimately though my answer might have to go 96 just because of Kobe. But I wouldn't mind playing against Jordan. I wouldn't mind playing against D Wade, Braun,
My second
Melo, Chris Bosh. Like
my second choice will be the 84 club. 84.
mm,
Because how cool it would be playing playing against playing against the GOAT and also one of the best unappreciated centers of all time. I mean, that right there would be like an actual gift.
Yeah. And then if you look at it from this standpoint too, I mean, that 84 class could be viewed, I mean, not from top down, but they
Top,
won championships
they
from
sure
like
did.
90 to 98. So I mean, I'm
That's
just
true.
saying,
That's true.
like that's an 8 year span of winning championships. '03 didn't have that, 96 ain't have that. So it would be cool to go up against a more dominant, you know what I'm saying? At least top heavy roster. But yeah, no, yeah, either way you look at it, I think those are three good answers to pick. So three tough ass matchups too, though. Three very tough matchups. So you better make sure you stretch, ladies and gentlemen, hydrate, all that good stuff.
Hmm.
We are curious though, who
What's
y'all
y'all answers?
exactly. So definitely comment below. But as y'all heard, the quarter did just end. So what we're gonna do is take a quick little hiatus, pay some bills. But when we come on back, you know, so we got more basketball to talk about. So hope y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. Hooping is an activity that can be enjoyed by all. It's a team game about getting and stopping buckets. Everyone's always rushing to the gold. Well, make sure to rush and watch Team Gold Rush, one of the best teams in the Special Olympics of Virginia. Team Gold Rush even has former NBA All-Star participants on the team. Clearly, they've struck gold. Ready to suit up and practice? I know, I know. We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game. We talking about practice. Practice still makes perfect. So when the opponent starts hitting their shots, Team Gold Rush can bounce back due to their training. Remember, offense sells tickets and defense wins championships. Watch us get a bucket and rush for the gold. We aim to be that gold standard. So want a team where you can win and have fun? Team Gold Rush is your number one.
Hey, question, boss.
That's good.
What's a dominant center? What is a dominant center?
Mm.
I mean, speaking
All
of a
right.
dominant center,
Because you say dominant, right? We know what center is, but
hmm
dominant, ladies and gentlemen,
yes,
what we looked up is most important, powerful, or influential. So knowing that, what's your definition of dominant center?
my definition of a dominant center is somebody that can be a focal point of your offense. Can be a three level score from independent mid range, and if you're lucky, a 3-point maker. Can you rebound at uh at a good rate? Can you make your teammates better? And lastly, can you be not only a good defender, but also a two-way player as well too. So that's mine. What's yours?
Mm, interesting. So I think for me, I need my center to be sufficient at two-way ability, meaning offensive and defensive. I need you to be able to play both and not be considered trash at either. Um, if you are, you need to be really elite at the other. So if you're really good offensively, or if you're not good defensively, you need to be extremely good offensively. Um, you need to be able to influence the game because of your height. The taller you are, the easier the game of basketball typically is. So with centers, you are literally closer to the basket. If you can physically impose your will, I view you as a dominant center. And then because you can be a dominant center, but then there's also a dominant center where you're carrying your team, you're the leader. So that's why I look at when I think of dominant centers. You actually said something about the three level scorer. So let's use. let's use Shaq, Embiid, and Jokic
Okay.
as our markers, right? I think
Okay.
they're three dominant centers. They've been called dominant centers. But by your estimation, the two-way part, if you want to say Jokic isn't a good defender, cool. But like there's an argument for that. Shaq won't shoot in the mid-range and three ball like that. So you said the three level score you need. So are you saying Shaq isn't a dominant center? For you. For you.
Shaq is a dominant center because he was powerful.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Even though he didn't have the greatest shooting touch,
Mm-hmm.
but when it comes down to like a getting a key bucket,
Mm-hmm.
catch that tone. If he can get you a key bucket, you good.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that Shaq moved compared to Joel and Joker,
Mm-hmm.
he was more physical, like way more physical than his opponent. And
Mm.
I ain't gonna call him an athlete, but he's an athlete. It's
So and when you say that, you mean like freak of nature athlete?
yeah, freaking
Okay.
nature.
Um I actually think Shaq was a freak of nature athlete. I don't think he was freak of nature esque.
Hmm.
Um, I think when we're talking about dominant centers, I hear you on the powerful aspect. I'm curious though, because he was called lazy too.
That's true.
So being a freak of nature athlete, there are higher levels of expectations because you have a physical advantage. So because of that, someone maybe could make the argument that he's not as dominant as maybe let's say someone might say Victor Wembanyama was going to be more dominant than Shaq was, and Vic's not the strong brolic type, but I mean he's skilled, he's mobile, he's 7'3", he can shoot the ball, he can do everything that you said you wanted, and defensively, I mean, Buddy can block the hell
Block.
out of the ball. So I mean, the show's called Get a Bucket. He can stop a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So like again, I that's why I was curious if you view Shaq as dominant because some folks try to say Jordan was dominant, but they try to also blame it on the era. I think you can make the same case for Shaq. I think you can make the same case for for LeBron. Like they might not be as dominant if there are more similar athletes around them. So maybe someone could try to make that case. Although I personally think them boys were dominant.
I give you one more. I give you one more example. Before we on close, Hakeem, one of the best footwork centers that we would ever that we will never see again.
Hmm.
He was dominant, but he he was dominant with his mind and his footwork.
Hmm.
So
Similar to someone like Jokic as well, because granted he has a brolic esque type of body similar to Shaq. Nowadays, there aren't as many people from a stocky perspective. There's athletes, but from a stocky perspective, he still has an advantage. So Shaq would have had that as well too. But yeah, no, he'll beat you with the passing because again, IQ, like you said, mine. He'll beat you with the footwork. He has solid footwork. Hakeem, very similar things. So you're absolutely right too. And again, we mentioned what dominant was, most important, powerful, or influential. And I think everybody that we listed off, Shaq, Hakeem, uh, oh my gosh,
Joker,
Jokic,
Joker.
and Embiid, all of them are important, powerful, or influential. So I think to become a dominant center, you need to make the case for those. Um, Again, that three level score thing is very interesting. I'm curious if somebody might view Shaq as not dominant or as dominant as he could be. That could be something. That could be. Like, I think maybe that might be a better statement than saying he's not dominant. But I'm curious what other people think as well too. So comment y'all answers below. Who not who you think is dominant. What you think is a dominant center. If you want to give examples, please list them off below. But y'all heard the quarter in, so we go ahead. we're going to head and transition on to the next one. So, you got to pay some bills, watch a little television real quick. Real quick, we'll be right back. We'll be right back at the moment from our sponsors. Sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. Whether with coworkers, friends, family, we all love the entertainment. Well, here on Get a Bucket, my goal is to talk about sports and its cultural impact. The WNBA, for example. The WNBA is loads of entertainment, from the new rookies battling, displaying their skill sets, and preparing to take the league by storm, to the titans and the MVPs of the league clashing for battles we'll always remember. From imagining the soon-to-be possibilities to admiring and treasuring the finales. Get a Bucket is a platform where other sports analysts, hoopers, coaches, and fans of the show come and talk about the WNBA, both negatives and positives. So if you haven't, take a quick peek. At the very least, you'll have a good time. Remember, sports is one of the few things that genuinely connects us together. So please, tune in and stay connected.
And we're back. My brother, a good question for you.
What's up?
What is a hated rival to you? What is a rivalry? Do you?
So let's define rivalry.
Yes.
Right? Competition for the same objective or for superiority in the same field.
That's a good one.
So, I mean, competition for the same objective. Hell, everybody got the same objective. We trying to win. So by definition, what is every game a rivalry? I don't think so. Let's look at, what I'm saying, my boys versus your girls. Like
Wow. Wow. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
like
Go.
that's a rivalry because you know what? We close. It's been some bad blood between the two. So there's a history involved.
Has the hatred of a rivalry has been at diminished? Like has the hatred of a rivalry has been gone?
Okay. Again, my boys versus the Fart Heels, right? You got a hated rivalry there. Clearly, you could tell. I think it has diminished a smidge.
I agree.
If we're talking professional basketball, like NBA, there aren't too many rivalries right now. Like, for example, a couple years ago, I thought Warriors versus Grizzlies could have been something.
Yes.
And that's gone now. So I think we're at a point in time where rivalries may be starting to form up. But until that time, yeah, no, it's looking a little tough nowadays. What about you? Do you feel like rivalries are gone, or
I definitely feel like the
Mm,
rivalries and the hatred has diminished. And I can give you three three good examples, if that's okay with you.
let's list them off one by one.
Okay, one by
Let's see how we
one.
take them. See how we
Okay,
take 'em, 'cause,
whatever. Pistons versus Bulls, mid 80s, half through the 90s.
okay.
Chicago and Detroit hated one another.
Yeah,
And they had that thing called the Jordan rules.
yeah.
You don't hear that from any other team. Just for one person and one person only. Anybody but Jordan can beat us.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Well, what about your next one?
My next one, 4 minute, the Lakers versus Kings
Okay.
in the early 2000s. I thought like that was going to spark up more, but
Mm,
like for like those 3 years,
hmm
that was pretty much Northern California versus Southern California.
See, I didn't look at the Kings as our rivals. I thought they were a good team that we had to beat, a team that could beat us.
Mm-hmm.
But I also looked at the Spurs too, the Trailblazers. So I don't know about that as a rivalry. That might be more so an era and style of basketball that you're talking about. So I think it was easier to have a rivalry form up
Mm-hmm.
back in the day.
Yeah.
You also got players kind of moving around a little bit more, I think. So because of that, it might be a little harder to form up a rivalry. Like the last one we had was with Braun and Curry, but that's because they both were going back to the finals like all the time. So okay, that's a rivalry right there, right? But nowadays, I think we're searching for a rivalry. Let me ask you this: what's one rivalry that you would want to see pop up right now in the NBA?
Chet versus Victor.
Mm,
Chet versus Victor. Because we has been lacking a big man rivalry for a long, 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 long time. We had Dirk versus Timmy, Timmy versus KG, KG versus Dirk. I, I mean, you had Zoe, you had Alonzo Mourning versus Patrick Ewing.
I mean, it'd be nice. I think because of like Embiid and Jokic, I think there's a rivalry there, but it's not. I don't think it's because of them two
Mm-hmm.
having a hatred for one another or a
Right.
hatred for one another. That's more so the media pitting them together. They're MVP candidates, right? So Vic, Wimby, they were drafted like rookie of the year potential this year. Vic beat them. I could see something, possibly brewing up. Um, I want to look at Shea and Ant Man
You took
as a
my
good
answer.
rivalry
Yeah.
because right now they're young guards. They're
Same division.
dynamic. They're both MVP candidates.
Same
They're
division.
young, so I gotta imagine them as a rivalry. And they both seem like they have a good head on their shoulders.
They do.
Both cocky, but they're also backing it up too. So because of that, I gotta go Shea and Ant Man. Um, Especially when we're trying to highlight bigs in the upcoming years. It'd be nice to have a focal point for the guards, and I
Yes.
think they could be that.
Yes.
I definitely do.
Yes.
I also want to give a runner up too, since you said that one was yours as well. I would love to see although not from a competitive standpoint, a rivalry between Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown because I think they can push
Yes.
one another.
Yes.
So I would love to see a rivalry, an internal rivalry where they push one another, don't have an ego on who is viewed as better. I think that's what the best version of themselves actually will be. So it's a fun teammate rivalry to have. Like when I was playing some of my boys, some of my teammates, I enjoyed actually playing against them because you learn how to become a better player. They're good players. Like some of my teammates actually played college.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't play college, so it's going to make me better if I play against them.
Exactly.
So like, I'm not saying they're my rivals, but again, it brought out a I guess not dominance, but I guess it brought out a nice little charge in me where I said, okay, I want to actually practice or work out more, whatever the case may be. So with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, if they want to be dominant, this would be a wonderful rivalry for them. So I would say those would be
Okay.
two solid rivalries
Okay.
because I want to throw Jimmy in there, but he too old. Luca, I don't know how long Luca gonna be out here. You know what I'm saying? Like Buddy's really 32 in basketball years, if I'm being honest. So um yeah, everybody's kind of getting older now. You got to pick some young, got to pick some youngish type players. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm curious who y'all think, mind you. Anybody with Duke, we breed good rivalries. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we ain't listen to nobody that came from UNC. I'm just saying.
Final four. Anywho.
That's
Anywho. Anything you want to say at 4 o'clock on shop? Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I went there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You thought that I didn't have that I you thought that I didn't
I ain't got nothing else to say to you, bro. Go ahead in this thing. Go ahead. I don't care no more. I hope none of y'all subscribe.
But no, all jokes aside, thank y'all for watching it. Please, 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 please like and subscribe. Tell anybody who is anybody about the best damn sports show on the planet. My name is Chris.
My name is Trey.
Yeah, with the host of Egg of the Bucket. Hope y'all have a good day.
Take care.
Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get Buddy